Well, I'm going to begin really just, I mean, it's a real testament to this franchise that we're entering into the 5th movie now. I mean, what do you think it is about Transformers that has this mass appeal that has allowed for it to last this long?
I think that there's this wish fulfillment thing about it. I think that there's like these, you know, as a young boy, to see a car transform into a robot. 2 things they love, cars, robots. I mean, that is the basic sort of existence for this film, and I think that it feels like it could really happen. And I think that the way Michael shot it, the way it sort of is like it's such an event sort of film. It feels like you're gonna go for a ride on these movies, and he's just done an amazing job of not only that and all the action, but infusing a lot of humor. I give Michael the credit for that.
Because I mean, you've worked with him now on several occasions. Have you almost developed a sort of shorthand when you work with a director that often that you kind of, you know what they want and you feel that they always know what you want without it necessarily needing to be said?
Yeah, sometimes I wish he needed more from me. Yeah. Like, I almost feel like I need to send him my reel. Like, I can do other things besides kill Decepticons. But we do have a shorthand. We work, I think this is the first time that I really felt really comfortable in this character, in asking questions. Oftentimes, the rest of the cast would send me in because they were confused, like, what are we doing here? Send Josh in, because I would be like, hey, we're all confused. Where are we? Are we 15,000 feet above sea level, or are we under the sea, 2,000 feet? And he's like, oh, don't worry. You'll see what I mean in the movie. I was like, that's not, we need an answer. Like, where are we? What are we doing? And so I wasn't afraid to get in there and ask questions. We need to know, you know, what's happening. And sometimes it was confusing. And so, yeah, there was definitely a shorthand and a respect that we had.
But do you think this sort of franchise, more so than any other film that you've ever made, you get to appreciate more so as an audience member? Because I guess when you watch this back, so much has been done in post-production, because it's so much of the, I mean, it's almost a transform in every scene almost, you know. So do you almost get to adopt the perspective of an audience member when you watch the Transformers films? I'm
going to see it tonight for the first time. I haven't seen it yet. And I'm really excited because I've been talking about it now for 4 days. And I almost like that better because I'm getting a feel for what people's reaction to it is, and what to expect or what not to expect. And so, yeah, I'm really, really, really excited to see it.
And it must be great as well that you can see a film that you can take your son to, because I mean, obviously, it must be great that you can now share that. This is obviously a franchise that appeals to a younger demographic. That must be a real, I mean, does that also sometimes inform your decisions when you choose roles?
I think it probably will. I mean, he's almost to the age where he's old enough to see this. I'm going to take him to it just because it's maybe the last time I get to do it. And I think that he'll really enjoy it. I'm bringing his cousins and everybody out to see it. And yeah, I mean, there's definitely a cool dad factor about it that I get to, you know, my son is really, you know, this is right down his alley. He loves cars, he loves robots, he loves swords. This is like, just like catnip for kids.
Yeah, my dad was never in a Transformers movie, which was a bit of a shame growing up. But I mean, you mentioned this might be the last time. I mean, what's the kind of general consensus amongst the kind of camp? Are you still going to just see how it goes and see how this one does, or do you feel like this has got a bit of a definitive kind of ending, and this could be the last one?
I mean, I've always thought of this as just being the last one, but you never know. I mean, I guess we'll see how it does. It really all depends on. Let's be real. It's about the box office, and if it does really well, they're going to keep making them. And if they want me back, maybe. I mean, I really want to do. I really want more to do. I want to have more. I want to see what Lennox is more about. And at the end of the day, if he's just the guy that's out there shooting Decepticons, would I do it again? Probably, if they paid me enough.
Maybe we'd get a spin-off. That'd be good.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
I'd see it.
I'd see that.
Yeah.
Right?
Brilliant. Thank you so much for your time today. It's been a real pleasure. Cheers.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yeah.
Nice.
Hey